We're back, baby. 2021. Peyton and I are back in the studio. You're listening live on Adobe Radio. We had COVID. We're stronger. We're faster. We have more antibodies. We're doing great.
I thought we were going to gradually go into talking about it. We just, fuck it. We hop right into it. We have fucking COVID.
Yeah, we got COVID, babies. We got COVID. And that's okay. We got COVID, and it was a very fortunate experience for both of us. We had very minor symptoms. We gave it to our families. I'm not going to say I gave it to my families because we both went to Oklahoma. So Oklahoma gave us COVID.
That's the thing that pisses me off. We are in LA where, like, the case numbers, really high, all right? Then we go to Oklahoma where, like, it's better, but nobody's wearing masks. Nobody's doing anything. That's where we get it. We get it there. We get it where nobody's wearing masks and nobody's taking any precautions.
That was so frustrating on our end, too.
Yeah.
And because we had stayed COVID-free for this entire time.
Yes.
We were staying in our apartments. We were following the rules. And I know people were saying, don't travel during this time. And I get it. We took a risk traveling.
Yeah.
I just assumed everywhere in the United States, people were taking the proper precautions like we were. And boy, was I and you wrong.
Yeah.
That was horrible grammar, but I don't care. Okay, it's the COVID antibodies working their way through my system.
Right.
I was worried about my family. You were worried about your grandparents a little bit?
Yes.
But they're all good, thankfully.
They are all good.
Okay, good. Thank God. Yeah. My family, we were just a little concerned with my parents. They're all good. My youngest brother, Daniel, got it. Very low symptoms. He got vaccinated because he's in dental school.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of conflicting information about
Yeah.
when you should take the vaccine if you've had COVID. He should have probably waited 3 months, like they said, because he took it right after he had it, and he was leveled for a day with the flu. He had a couple other buddies the same thing, but he's fine now.
Right.
He was fine like a day and a half later. So
Yeah.
it was just that 24-hour to 48-hour period where he was just like, dude, I have the chills, flu-like symptoms.
Right.
It was bad, but luckily he is doing well too. But we talked about this. I'm glad that I didn't have a severe case of it, and neither did you. And now we can kind of live our lives a little, not carelessly, but we don't have to worry about getting COVID again.
Right.
Because we've already had it. We still wear our masks. We still wash our hands, but we still social distance. But
Right.
we're not going to get it again.
Right.
Very,
For
very
3
unlikely.
months, they say.
See?
It's looking like. But then, like, because the fastest, what's the word? A guy got it after 48 days of having it, and that's on record as the quickest somebody of having the symptoms, getting off of it, and then getting it again. The quickest time was 48 days.
48
He got
days.
reinfected. Yeah.
Wow. Again, we don't know that person's medical history.
Right.
And we don't know if I don't know, maybe it was a false positive too.
Maybe.
Because those tests are not that accurate either. The fast ones. There's another test that you can take which is a little more accurate. That's the mail-in one I did. I did a mail-in swab
You did a
test.
mail-in one?
Yeah, and it was still covered with my insurance and everything.
Yeah.
My brother, who is going to be on the show later on today to promote his new single, and he just walked in the studio. What up, Will? He did the drive-through one, and he actually got a false negative.
Really?
Yep. And then also, my brother, Daniel, in Oklahoma, most likely got a false positive.
It's so...
So, there's a lot of things we don't know, but the most consistent information that I'd like to share with our viewers is this. Take your vitamins.
Yes. That's what saved me.
There you go.
Yeah. It hit me like a truck. And that's why I thought I had the flu. Because I literally woke up December 18th. I felt fine. I felt like $1,000,000. at noon, I was watching TV and it just all hit at once. And I was like, oh, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I'm not good. And those first 2 days were terrible. Vitamin D3, vitamin C, zinc.
Yes.
Those were melatonin. Those were, I was symptom free in like 5 days because
Wow.
I was a drug addict. Okay. And those vitamins, I don't know. It's a miracle worker that those vitamins just help the way they do.
It's incredible, and that's the only consistent information with all the doctors and physicians that I've talked to who kept pushing that. They're like, your multivitamin, take more than the daily recommended dose.
Yeah.
Your D3, zinc, magnesium as well.
Magnesium, yes.
Vitamin A, every one of those vitamins.
Every vitamin ever.
Ever.
Take it.
Take it. You know, everybody's symptoms is very interesting. Even our social media producer, Alexandra, she got it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And her symptoms, she was just feeling a little bit of sinus pressure. She didn't have a cough. I had a dry cough. My brother had a dry cough for a while. My mom had a dry cough for a while.
No cough?
No cough.
It's so interesting.
Daniel felt like he had a cold. We thought we got a cold because we were running outside, me and my brothers in Oklahoma, and it was cold. It was like 45 degrees, and we're just like hustling out there. We're running. And then one day I'm like, I think I have a cold. And Daniel's like, yeah, I think I'm getting sick. And I'm like, yeah, but it's just cold. Now, we all lost our smell.
Yes, me too. Yeah.
Alexandra's getting her smell back, I believe, just a little bit.
I'm getting my back too.
Mine's fully back. When we talk to William, we'll ask him his symptoms. And we're pretending like he's not here, but he's sitting literally right next to us.
Is he okay?
He's okay. He's making a face right now. He's so cute. Anyway, so it's really interesting. Everybody's varying symptoms with this thing. Fast and Furious 19 is filming outside of our studio right now, as you can hear. So that's what you're hearing, and that's really cool because they're on 19 right now.
That's so cool. Vin Diesel is back, better than ever. I've never seen those movies. Are they any good? Have you seen them?
Okay. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
And I want to continue having a career in this business. So I will say this.
Yes.
When you watch Fast and Furious movies, they're purely for entertainment.
They're fun movies.
They are fun and entertaining.
Oh, trust me, I'm not looking to Fast and Furious to have like a moral psychological journey that makes me a better person. No, it's the same reason I go and watch Marvel movies.
There you go.
You know?
It's purely entertainment, and you will be entertained to the max watching those films.
That's good. I'll have to check them out.
Now, if you're looking for, Godfather type level acting or in-depth character work, like Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Yeah.
With Fast and Furious, you're not going to find that.
Okay, I'd be a little shocked if I found that. And they're like Oscar-winning Vin Diesel nominated for Oscars for Fast and Furious 19. I'd be like, oh, damn, what'd he do?
Right.
He really sunk to some depths, pulled emotion. Oh, man.
One of my favorite parts in one of the films, I think it was the 7th film, is when they're on a train.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a train. I don't know. Regardless, the two main characters jump into a canyon and fall into like a lake or a river and survive.
Oh, good for them. They're immortal.
Bro, the jump they do is so absurdly high that I remember seeing it in theaters.
Yeah.
And it was packed. I'm literally the only one going, really? I mean, I'm up for suspending my disbelief, but really?
The only Fast and Furious I've seen is at Universal Studios.
Sorry.
Oh, is somebody calling?
My brother Daniel.
Yes.
Oh, and he hangs up. Sorry, you were saying.
Fast and Furious at Universal Studios.
Okay.
It's like, have you ever gone on the little, what's it called?
we have like hounds now in the studio, and it's
The
fine.
coyotes have gotten in.
Right. If you're listening on Adobe Radio and you're like, are those hounds running everywhere? Yes, they are hounds.
Fast and Furious is outside.
Yes.
The coyotes have invaded.
There you go.
This is a good episode.
I'm really excited. This is our first episode back from 2021. And, dude, I'm so excited for this year and all the guests that we have.
Yes.
Sorry, continue your story.
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay.
I'm gonna sound stupid now.
No, you have to say it.
Okay. The little like tour behind Universal backlot.
Yes.
You go on that, and then they take you through a tunnel.
Yes.
And it's like a motion 4D Fast and Furious
Right.
thing. That's my only taste of it, and it's Vin Diesel and The Rock standing on top of a truck with the bad guys, and he's like, "Family. Family is the one thing that we need to take care of." And then he hops on like a helicopter, and he's flying around holding on to the helicopter. And they're like, "We got to save our travelers here."
Sorry. I need to know. Who were you doing in that voice? Vin Diesel or The Rock?
It's both. It's the Vin Diesel and Rock at the same time. They just sound like the most generic. Family. We got family. Car is family.
Dude.
Life is family. God bless America.
Family.
Family.
Family. America's family.
America's family. Car is family.
Cars family.
Cargo vroom vroom family. That's my only knowledge of Fast and Furious.
IKEA's family.
IKEA's
Music is family.
We gotta go fast and furious. Family.
I think he's having a stroke. Somebody yell cut. He
Is
can't
this on
stop.
the script? Somebody stop him.
Cut. Was that good improv?
Was that good?
We'll work it. All right. Dude, it must be so much fun filming those.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like, they're coming back to do more. I know they're probably waving a lot of money in their faces, too, but they got to be coming back because they get some sort of enjoyment seeing everybody again.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I would in a heartbeat be in a Fast and Furious
yeah.
film. Are you kidding me? That's something I also want to talk about. Enjoying the ride. Enjoying the ride of life. That's going to be the
That
theme.
is a line for Fast and Furious. That is on the poster of Fast and Furious 19. Nailed it.
I'm a little embarrassed because I was really coming from an honest place in my heart, and I kind of agree with you. It's already probably in a film.
That's
you gotta
right.
Enjoy the ride of life. Let's go rob a bank. What? We're criminals? What?
Do they rob banks in the movie?
Yes.
Oh, they're criminals?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, if you're a diehard fan of Fast and Furious, you should know this.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh my gosh. No, I really mean that, Peyton. I think that's one of my 2021 things, regardless of where the ride is taking you, how it's going, if it's bumpy, if it's whatever. You know what? You got to enjoy that ride. You know, maybe you're cutting too tight into that turn. Maybe the cops are on your tail because you're a criminal. Just enjoy the ride, baby.
I'm fading into Fast and Furious footage, by the way, with you talking about this.
Please don't. I don't want us to get demonetized.
No audio. Just it's slightly there. They won't even know. The algorithm won't even be able to figure it out.
Are you
Trust
sure?
me. I promise you.
If we get demonetized on this part,
You can punch me on air.
Oh, dude. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I know we won't.
All
That's
right.
how confident I am.
You know, okay, so this is the
Somebody's
part.
going to flag the video just because
dude.
they want to see me get punched. Please don't.
I like money, and I like punching Peyton
true.
a little less.
We're about to be monetized.
Yeah, hey, shout out to all of our new subscribers, and shout out to all the new fans from Reggae Jean Page's episode.
Yes.
We really appreciate you guys being such supporters of the show, and we're so happy that we were able to talk to Reggae when he was working with me on For the People.
Yeah.
Such an amazing guy, amazing episode, and yeah, we just got so much love from that, and we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and he'll come back on the show at some point. We've been talking, and it'll be a great conversation.
Probably busy right now, I would imagine.
Oh, dude, he's doing so much press.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was like, you know what? Relax from the Bridgerton thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life and then come back on the show. Because I love to talk to people when they're like chilled out and a
Yeah.
little relaxed, not like so bombarded with everything.
Got to deal with those TikTok fangirls.
Oh my God.
You know?
Did you see how many followers he got in less than 2 weeks?
Oh, people love
Millions.
him.
He got millions of followers. And
Yeah.
like that.
He is now like the hottest man of 2021 if you follow everything right now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got another hot man coming on the show right after the break.
Yeah, we do.
We've got none other than my brother, William Keesh. All right, we are back in the studio with none other than my brother, William Keesh. William Keesh. Now, you chose to wear those shoes to the studio, right?
They sponsored me now.
They sponsor you.
Yeah.
Are
you sponsored by anyone?
Yeah.
Who?
It's this.
Careful.
Oh,
I'm gonna shoot right back. Okay.
Careful. That's my new thing. Careful.
Careful.
I enjoy how your style is coming about.
I'm developing my style.
Right. You're letting some things grow, which I like. You know, your hair.
All
your hair. I love this little movement there. Try to cut that out if you can. Oh,
my
man.
body just got 10 degrees warmer.
I know, I could tell.
Yeah, I'm having fun growing my hair out. That's fun. I haven't
Yeah.
had it this long ever. So it's different.
Yeah, and you've been working so hard on music lately, especially during the quarantine because we live together. Newsflash for people who didn't know. And you're in there a lot of the day working, I feel like.
Yeah, some days more than others, but pretty much 6 days of the week at least. I'm doing something, music.
You're starting to make me feel lazy, like I'm lazy.
No.
Yeah. You know you are, for real, because right now my work is kind of, I understand it's on hold. So whenever I see you working, it's a nice motivation for me to get back into my room and find something to do other than play Assassin's Creed for hours and hours and hours.
In a sense, you know, and me and my friend have talked about this, we try and frame our work more as play, if that makes sense. Because it's like, if you think about it as, okay, I got to go do work now. Even the word work is just like, okay, work sometimes has a negative connotation to it. But if you think of it, okay, I'm going to go play. I'm going to go make some music. I'm going to go, you know, because that's what it is. Whenever you're creating, you're playing. And if you're in a scene with someone that's an equally good actor, you can play more with the scene. And so if you think of it like that, it's a little bit easier to attack the work. But yeah, I'm getting a better ear, you know, for the production, and I'm technically getting a lot better. And I've been rewriting a lot of stuff that I had that's I feel is improving it. And it's one of those things where it's like I had something and it was good, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit on that for a little bit and see how I feel about it later. And then later I'll go to like, okay, let me try and do this, and then I'll find something. I'm like, oh, that's what it's supposed to be. And I don't know if that's just time coupled with hours putting in, or if it's just like the right timing of it, but
maybe it's a combination of everything.
Could be a combination.
I like the intention of going into the work that what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you're changing even the phrase of how you're describing your craft to go into it.
Right.
And you're starting it off at such a great jumping off point that you're just going to have a positive result regardless of what you did. And I think that's a really important thing. Perspective is something that I find as I'm getting older and older, you have more control over your life than you realize it. And the way you have control over is to look at something in a different perspective. And I'll give you an example, like an actual literal physical example. And it sounds a little silly at first, but it makes perfect sense when you apply it to life, when you apply it to work, when you apply it to problems, etc. The number 6, right? If you're looking at it from another perspective, let's say the opposite, it looks like a 9. Yeah. And both sides are true.
Yeah.
So for your life, if you're, facing some type of obstacle, or you're looking at your work, you can look at it and go, man, I have so much work to do today. Oh my gosh, I have this to do. I have to file this. I have to respond to these emails. I have to do this. But if you change that and start going, man, I'm going to get so much done today. There's going to be so much accomplished today. I'm so excited. First thing I'm going to do is this. Immediately, you've got this energy that you've manifested, and you're coming at it in such a positive way that it changes the outcome. Even though it's the same thing, you're literally being the alchemist of your life, which is a very philosophical way of looking at everything. But it's real. It works.
Yeah, you're responsible for who you are and who you're not at the same time.
Yes.
You're responsible for how you're looking at the world, and you're responsible for your emotions. And it's not to say that you're not allowed to feel certain emotions. You're supposed to feel certain emotions, actually, but it's in the way that you respond to those emotions and those feelings, and whether I'm going to attack it this way or attack it this way.
Right.
Yeah, and whenever you go down to work, I don't know if it's the same with acting, but with music, if you're trying to write something new, at least, it's one of those things where it's comparable to like fishing, where you're fishing for ideas, and you don't know necessarily where the ideas are coming from, but you're just trying things, and eventually an idea will come. And that's kind of what it's like whenever you're making music. It can be kind of frustrating if you're at the computer or at a guitar or piano for an hour, and you're just not getting anything. Well, sometimes fishermen don't catch anything all day.
Right.
Right. And the idea isn't to get down on yourself, but to just keep fishing and keep the intention of the ideas coming to you and wanting those ideas, and then they'll come. Exactly.
And to add on to that, sometimes you have to work so much just for a little bit.
Right.
For just an inch.
Right.
That's it.
And most of the time, whenever it's that little positive increment that I get from 6 hours of messing with this one little thing, it's worth it to me. Like, oh, I feel so much better because now it's where it needs to be.
Absolutely. Real quick question, Peyton, how long have we been recording? I forgot to push start on my timer.
Good. We've been recording for 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Thank you,
The longest 7 minutes of my life. You're kidding.
Hey, man!
I'm kidding.
I try to be the best older brother I can be, okay?
Doing good.
I'm really emotional these days,
And
please.
now we're doing the acting thing.
Hey, speaking of acting, that's what I felt like that one day. I asked you and Alex to help me out recording. Dude, I sent you those screenshots that one day. I was auditioning for a major film, and I really wanted the role more than usual, and I don't know how many takes we did.
We got there, though.
We got there after hours of
Hey, man,
takes.
that was the only time after all the scenes that I've helped you film for your auditions. That was the only time where it took a little longer than what, 35, 45 minutes, an hour to film a couple of scenes. Whereas in the few that you've helped me with, come on, man.
I know. That's different, though. I felt really bad for you guys because I literally was saying after every take, one more time. Let's do it again.
That's exactly how I feel whenever you're helping me. I'll get it.
I get it. It was so satisfying, though, because the scene was so complicated. It had these little beats throughout, and they didn't give you enough information because it was very secretive. And then when it made sense to me, I was like, that's it. We got to record again. So we stopped for like 2 hours, and I was like, hey, I need you guys again. And they were so cool, and I was really appreciative of that. I want to talk about your latest single, Moonbeams. People can listen to it on Spotify as well as watch the visual on YouTube. It was created by
my friend Christina, Average Cowgirl on Instagram, and you could go to her website, averagecowgirl.com. She does really cool nostalgic type videos for different artists, and she shot and edited the video, and I just wanted it to be kind of a vibe in the background, if you will, like just like a night drive kind of vibe, where you're just taking a night drive by yourself. And she captured that great. And yeah, it's on all the platforms. I've had this one for a while, and I kind of messed with it a lot, because I feel like it was another one. Like with each of these songs that I do, I'm just getting better and better at the production and the writing of it. And so I'm glad that it's finally out of my hands.
Absolutely. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, of course. It was such a very, very cool vibe to it. The green and everything, the neon and the music, everything. It was a perfect example of how a song can invoke a certain emotion in me, and that was very unique to me and had that special connection, as well as I know other people who listen to it will invoke a very special and specific emotion.
Thank you.
That is archetypical, yes, but it'll be unique to that individual person. And the best way to, another example to kind of parallel that to, is whenever they don't show the monster in horror movies. They let the person imagine what the horror monster is in their mind. So that way, yes, maybe you hear just like the, or like a growl or something that was horrible. That was COVID. That was the antibodies, because I'm COVID-free right now. But you create the monster in your mind. So every single person who views that, that's a different monster.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening with that song. So kudos to that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had some friends help me with the, some idea stuff too. So shouts out to them for that. And also the cool 67 Mustang that I got to drive.
Very nice.
My friend Dylan, he let me use that for the video. And I don't know if you've ever driven an old machine. I know you've heard me talk about it before, but it's like you're going back in time whenever you drive an old car like that, especially if the radio's not working, because you just hear the engine and the road, and you got to focus. It's not like driving a modern day car. It's an old rustic machine, so you got to really pay attention to what you're doing. And yeah, it's just a cool experience if anybody ever gets the chance to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like. People drive me around all the time. So yeah, I don't know what that's like. I just appear at locations. I'm like, I want to be here. And then people take me there. What's that?
Ubercopter?
Yeah, that's one of the things I go in. Yeah, it's just
Have you ever done an Ubercopter?
Yeah, man, you know me.
No,
I'm prime time, big time. That's the clip.
I've got another song I'm almost done with, and I want to let go of that soon. So.
All right, this is the one that I play by myself in my room. The one with the guitar solo.
That part. I'm sorry. I'm turning into a different song completely. But I'm gonna keep that part.
William.
But it's gonna be a different song because it doesn't fit with this. I rewrote it, the whole thing. So. But it's gonna be. You'll be satisfied. You'll be satisfied. It's gonna be used for something.
Guys,
it's a cool part.
This song I love so much.
He's sitting in a way I've never seen him sit before.
Because I'm just scared it won't ever go out into the universe. Okay? This is how I'm doing the interview now. All right? I love the song so much.
Thanks, dude. Thank you. I'll be using it for something for sure.
Peyton, this song, this part in the song is so freaking cool.
I like that he likes it so much.
He hears me playing it in my room, and it pumps me up a little bit. It gets me in the writing mood. So I'm really excited for that song.
Me too.
That should be great. And you're currently still working with Riley Taylor on some stuff, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of mainly work on our own things, but we collaborate a lot and give each other feedback and constructive criticism on a lot of stuff that we're working on. It's cool because we were talking about at the end of, in December, how at the beginning of the 2020, we wanted to both branch off and extend our artistic creativity or whatever it is that you want to call it. And he wanted to get into 3D animation and graphic modeling, and I wanted to get into acting. And somehow, the stars aligned to where we were able to branch off into those things and continue to work on those things. And by the end of the year, we've added another skill set to our tool shed, and feels good.
That's great. That's awesome. It's good to have that community of working of colleagues and people who work with you to help you out with those.
Oh, it's
things.
vital.
It's
vital. You know, if you can't, and I hear that that's what a lot of high-level artists do. They'll grab a group of their highly respected peers that are close to them, and host like a listening party, and get their feedback. Like, hey, what do you like about this? What's missing from this? What needs to be taken out for this? And it was cool. There was a moment this last week where I was working with Riley, and I was like showing him a part and of a track I was working on, and he was like, "Can you mute this part? I just want to hear what it sounds like without it." And it was one part that I didn't think to mute. It was almost obvious not to mute it, but when it was taken out, the subtraction was actually the addition, and it was what the song needed.
Wow, that is. You need a shirt that says that, and you need to call our brother Daniel and say the subtraction
was actually the addition.
But now I said subtraction, and that's not it.
Sometimes whenever you're doing production, subtraction is what needs to happen. Whenever you
add
have
something, right? I love these talks with you. Oh my gosh.
No, but it was a cool moment. You know, I love stuff like that, and it's all thanks to having, you know, peers that you respect surrounded.
Yeah, it's hard to find that community. How would one find that community if they don't have that currently?
That's a tough question, because I feel that's one of the things I'm so grateful for, because I feel like I haven't had control, like it's been put into my life without my control. Like I just kind of stumbled into these relationships with people. And so if you don't have that and you're trying to seek that, I was about to say something mean, but that's not constructive, just as a joke. I don't know. I mean, there's...
What was the mean thing? No? Oh.
No, then you're going to be alone. There's ways. I think it depends on what it is that you're seeking friends for, if that makes sense. Because the friends that I hang out with are really the only people that I work with too. You know what I mean? And some people I'll work with, but I'm not hanging out with them as friends. But like whenever I hang out with Riley, we're working too. So it's like we're friends, but we're also there's purpose behind also why we're friends. We're helping each other. Right. It's hard for me at least to be really close with someone that doesn't share similar passions or similar, and that's just normal. So, why would you want to be spending all this time with someone that isn't bettering you in the long run, and you aren't bettering them? And so how to find that? Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's got to be an app. There's friend apps. There's music apps where you can network with people. But those special bonds that you form with people are special in a mystical sense of like, you don't know how this happened or why this happened, but you know that it's important and it needs to be held on to.
Absolutely. For me, I only have friends I can gain something from. I found that's the best way to choose friends. Kind of, but I make sure that they have nothing left. I couldn't even finish.
I take their social security number and...
Yeah. Now, their social security number or their social security number? Okay, because those two are different things.
I can't talk.
No, I can't talk either, man. I love the socks, though. The socks
they go with the fit.
Very well. Sometimes, you got to figure out, though, maybe you remove the socks because subtraction is...
What are you reading nowadays?
Me? Nothing. This is what I'm reading nowadays, by the way. Can I have my phone? I need to have the timer on it. I am reading Assassin's Creed Valhalla
You
guides.
like that game, don't you?
Well, yeah, this is why.
He'll pause his game, look up a video on what response goes to what journey line for when there's a talking with a character and you get to choose what response. He'll look up, okay, what if they say this? What if they say that? He'll stop the game and he'll do that. Who else does that? That's no fun, man.
Listen.
That's not how life works.
Listen. That's how my life works.
Okay.
Okay. I get it. Usually for games, I don't like to do that.
Oh, usually you don't.
No.
But this one
I'm doing because sadly, I have invested so many hours into this game. Embarrassingly, I've invested over 111 hours into the Assassin's Creed
It's
game.
okay. You like the game.
Well, I'm disliking it more and more
Why?
as the game goes on. Some of the game mechanics are a little subpar.
Glitchy.
Glitchy, yes, but like, hey, the door just opens. Like the character doesn't open the door. Little things like that. And I'm like, okay, guys, this is like a PS5 game. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? This is not PS2. This is not PS3. Just have him, like, it feels so, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do this. Like, I already know what I need to do before I do it. I'm just trying to get the best possible ending in the game because there's, like, multiple endings. So the only way to get the best ending is if you do a very set of specific things, and that's what I'm trying to do to get that ending in the game because they will keep certain characters for when the game is done.
So the ending of the game can be a variety of different things.
Yes, and some characters, main characters, can be dead. Yeah. You could have hooked up with certain characters. You could have decided not to hook up with certain characters to avoid certain things. It's a whole varied thing. Like on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the one you didn't delete, that one has so many different endings where you can lose your father, your mother, or your sister, or your brother, or some other friend of yours. You can have a whole mismatch of who survives and who doesn't. Or you can have everybody survive, or you can have no one survive.
I like that one.
Oh.
Do you like games like that?
Yes, if it's interesting, the storyline.
You should play Until Dawn. It's a decision-based horror game.
Oh.
Where everybody can get out alive or nobody can get out alive. There's like 7 of them. And when I played, I think like 4 people survived. And it's just, you got to make decisions.
Wow.
And choose like, do you want to hide or do you want to run? Like stuff like that.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll try that out.
It's shorter, so like you can get through it easily.
Gotcha.
Until
maybe.
Dawn.
Is it a PC or PS4 or what is it?
PS4, and if you have PlayStation Plus, you get it for free.
Okay, I have PlayStation Plus. I will download the game and give it a shot after I'm done with Assassin's Creed. Yeah, so that's why I cheat a little bit on the game.
I mean, there's a lot of cool aspects of the game too. That there's riddles, there's puzzles, there's board games, there's
I love
stone stacking. That's cool.
I love puzzles in games, and that's what I love. The majority of the game was spent doing the side quests, which were puzzle-related games, and I love that. I was like, cool. I feel like my mind was actually working while playing them. I actually have been playing Luminosity more on my app game thing. I love that. I love brain games, and whenever the adventure side of the game stops being that, it just becomes like a button masher. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm done. Let's talk a little bit about your recent experience. I don't mind telling people this because it's okay if you don't mind, but you had your first series regular audition for the Green Lantern
Oh yeah,
show, the new Green Lantern show.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
HBO.
and he went out for one of the series regulars on it. And so you got the audition right before we went to Oklahoma.
Right.
And it was due on January 4th. So they gave people plenty of time to prep for it.
Yeah, plenty.
So let's talk a little bit about your experience with that, because it was a wonderful experience, I feel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially having the time to develop the character and learn about it, because I wasn't familiar with that specific Green Lantern, and then learning about his story and how they were changing it a little bit, and that was really fun. The real work came whenever we were we tried shooting that first day, and I saw what was happening, and it was comical of how bad it was. And I was like, okay, I noticed that with the other roles that I was doing, there wasn't necessarily a need for me to change my nice guy William tone whenever I'm speaking. You know what I mean? This guy is not from the best part of the states, and he's grew up differently, and he's got a different way of talking, and he's got a different way of living his life.
Right.
And he was almost forced to live the way that he's been living his life. So just talking differently, but making it real was a challenge. And I don't know if I really executed that as best as I wanted to, but that was a big hurdle. But the development of the character had a lot of parallels with me and my life too, which made it a little bit easier to use substitution for whenever we were running the scenes. The scenes, it's funny, whenever you start with a scene and you read it, you have this very skeletal structure of what it is. And then whenever you get it to the point where you want to send it in, it's this filled out thing that has so much more added to it than when you first read the words. So the scene transforms in my mind so much.
Yeah. I could see that with the very last time we worked on it, and how repetition helped you to a certain point, you being like an amateur actor, you know, but after the repetition, you really needed some type of coaching to fine tune a lot of the aspects of it. And that's where it reinforced my notion of repetition is great, but if you're repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again, that's not helping you. That's actually developing bad patterns. So you do need that kind of coach in the beginning, or some type of teacher to help you with those in the beginning. Otherwise, you're just creating these habits that are going to be harder to break later on.
Like they told us in Taekwondo, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Exactly. So how do you practice perfectly?
With acting, it's a hard thing. You need a coach if you're not that developed skill-wise.
And it's a subjective art form, so you need a really good coach. You need someone who's very aware of what you're capable of, and also what the script calls for, and everything else that goes on in terms of making an audition tape for someone.
Yeah.
I remember the first time you came up to read, and that was such a inner smile moment for me, knowing as soon as you started work, like the first 2 times we ran it, I was like, oh, we're not going to record this today at all. He needs to go back and work on this.
Yeah.
And every subsequent time, we're like, okay, let's film it. Yeah, you need to work on this more. Hey, let's film it. Okay. Yeah, you're going to need to work on this more. And we actually waited till, I think, the day before it was due, and we submitted it. And that was actually the best take. And his reps loved it. Nice. Taylor loved it. People at Stagecoach. And so that was such a hard experience. And I can tell you this, my first series regular audition did not go as well as yours.
Oh.
So having the right person around you helps out tremendously. Yeah. And I'm not a perfect actor. I have so much more to learn. I'm not a perfect coach. But I think we worked well together, and understanding your limits was also very important.
Yeah, that was kind of hard for me to come to terms with, you know, because you want so much more for yourself, and you almost kind of know that you can get it to a certain place, right? And so when it's not there, you're a little bit hard on yourself. But having someone there with you that knows what they're doing can help you reach that place a little bit quicker, for sure.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break in just a little bit. Before we go, if you're listening live on Adobe Radio, we thank you guys so much. Make sure you tune into our YouTube channel as well, and you can listen to our podcast tomorrow as well on the Adobe app. We're going to come back with William here in a little bit and talk some more. But yeah, we're on YouTube. Give us a subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. We're almost at 1,000 followers or subscribers, on YouTube, which is great.
Awesome.
And we're going to be doing more giveaways soon, which I'm super excited about. The more Make We Sam Laugh challenges, because we're going to be giving away people more gift cards this year, I've decided. And what we're not going to do is put a copyrighted music on it.
Oh, whose music did you put?
Because I've had to mute some past videos just so they could stay up. But that's just part of the game. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with William Keesh talking about his new single, Moonbeams. You can find it on YouTube or Spotify. Keesh.
I never get tired of this.
And we are back in the studio.
Sorry. Now we're back.
Please keep that in if you can. Yeah. We are back in the studio with William Keesh. His new single, Moonbeams, is out on Spotify and YouTube. Are you on Apple?
Yeah, but they have trouble with my name. So they put it under wrong people.
Oh,
But it's
gotcha.
getting fixed.
It's getting fixed. There you go. So
They
just,
just take like a week or two.
copy.
Kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's all good, man. You're so chill, bro.
Well, like we said earlier, you choose how to react to the world.
Yeah.
And if you want to live on the edge all the time, sure, go ahead. But that's just damaging, you know?
You know, you're right. I just, I try to be on the, the chill side of things sometimes.
Sometimes it's a personality thing. I get it.
Yeah, no, it's we definitely have two different personalities, which
It'd be dumb if we didn't.
what?
It would be dumb if we didn't.
I don't think dumb is the right word.
It would be
idiot.
boring if we didn't. It would be bland if we didn't.
No, it would just be a thing.
Okay. They have the same personality. They're the same person. There's a conspiracy.
This is an interesting thing. And no, I'm not gonna get in trouble for saying this. I decided, yeah. No, that was all internal, and trust me, viewers, it's not that type of thing. We'll just say it. No, for all of our sakes, I'm not gonna say it. William,
Yeah.
how fun is it being my roommate?
It's fun.
Yeah, dude, nobody's gonna believe you if you say it like that.
What if I wanted to say it like that?
Yeah. You and your perfect teeth.
I have another book to add to your bookcase.
Okay, what book is that?
It's called Inner Engineering by Sadhguru. He's blowing up on Instagram and the social medias, He's this mystic yogi type person. But his book is really good.
Is he
And-
Mexican?
No, he's Indian.
Okay.
Why did you think so?
I just wanted to be funny. It's obviously an Indian name.
Is he Italian? Sadhguru.
Mexican was funnier. Don't try to add on to my
Okay.
joke, but that's fine.
I thought Italian was better, but yeah, it's a good book that I think you would like to add to your sacred bookcase of knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, I'll start that one once I finish the one I got for yoga sleeping or yoga dreaming book.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's how it looks intense. It does not look like an easy read, and so I'm like, all right. I tried reading the Hindu epic, the Mahabharata or something like that. Oh boy, that is dense.
this sounds dense. Hard to
Oh, it
pronounce.
is very, very difficult to read.
So is the yogi dreaming one an application-based type book where you
Yeah, you do
learn how-
exercise to
okay.
actually help you get into a aware state of dreaming, lucid dreaming. And it's very funny because lately I have been aware of when I'm falling into the dream state after I've been sleeping. And I go use the bathroom, I come back into bed and I close my eyes and I'm not only seeing pictures, but I'm starting to dream right now. This is like a lake. This is a mountain. I'm in the forest right now. Okay, cool. And trying to control and manipulate that is very difficult while still sleeping.
Right.
It's a very weird state to
Have
be
you
in.
been having crazy dreams this week too?
Insane.
I was gonna say
dreams.
last night actually lucid dreamed a lot, but this whole week has been really vivid and kind of just wild dreams.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
I've been dreaming of, don't tell him, but Peyton, and he's
He's right there, literally right here. By the way,
just don't point to him. He's been not fully clothed, like partially clothed, and he's just been hovering over my bed constantly. And I'm like, Peyton, is that you?
And you wake up and he's there. You're not dreaming.
You're hovering. You're what's it called? Astro projecting.
I have a bad astro projecting sleepwalking problem.
Copy.
And I fly to your house naked. And
Okay.
hover over.
Like that one SpongeBob episode where he's going into the people's dreams. That's one of the best episodes.
Yeah. That's what
Classic episode.
Yeah.
Classic
See you
episode.
tomorrow. But yeah, that book sounds interesting.
It's very interesting. I love those type of books, but you can only for me as well. Anyways, I can only retain a certain amount at one time.
Yeah, you read them, like this one book, the book that I'm reading, the engineering book. I'll read 4 pages and it'll feel like 20.
Yeah, believe it. I
Just
believe it.
because each sentence is just filled with so much
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
He talks about a new definition of responsibility. You might like this. How responsibility has kind of like turned its definition into a different thing where it's like it doesn't mean to take on the burdens of the world or whatever the situation is. It simply means your ability to respond, your responsibility. And so whenever you carry that conscious thought of what's my response to this situation, it becomes a better response instead of thinking of it as a burden that you have to take on.
That's very interesting. You bring that up. Your response to things.
Yeah.
And circling back to the origin of our conversation, your perspective
Right.
on things. And it is very difficult not to have an emotional reaction to things because we are emotional beings. It is part of our survival structure as this human organism. But the only way to improve our well-being and improve our quality of life and enjoy the ride of life is to control your response to things. Now, that doesn't mean not having the emotion or the absence of emotion,
Right.
but taking that step back going, okay, I know this thing is making me frustrated or sad or upset, but I need to take a step back and look at the whole picture of what's going on and think of, okay, is there another perspective I could look at this
Yeah. Because
that
you
will
have-
benefit me?
Yeah.
Because I need to go that route because the way I'm reacting to it now is not helping. And by the way, whenever you choose that better perspective to look at something from, or okay, you know what? I'm going to choose to have this type of response. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in that instant.
No.
You have to keep working through it. And you got to think presently in the moment. I have a problem, and a lot of other people have this problem as well. You think too much into the future for problems that haven't happened yet.
That's suffering that you choose to go through.
Exactly. So what can we do? Okay, I'm thinking in a moment. I just posted something on my story, and I screenshotted this, and I'm going to go through my pictures because it is one of the most incredible. It is mind-blowing. It really is. And I want our listeners to hear this before we turn off on Adobe Radio Live. William, can you buy me some time?
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say is you have options whenever you have situations that are presented to you. It's not always you have to react this way, you have to react that way. There's gray area, and there's right and wrong, and there's extremes. So having the ability to respond or the ability not to respond. It's not just you have to do something. Responsibility is not coupled with the act of doing something. You can raise kids and decide not to do something for them because it's going to be better for them to experience it on their own, and that's responsible parenting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to close out of here, but I'm going to leave you guys with this on our Adobe Live segment. Our conversation will continue. You can listen to the full conversation with William I have on the new Adobe app. You can listen to it podcast-wise. And then also we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us there. It goes a long way. We appreciate you guys. You can check out William's hit single, Moonbeams, on Spotify or YouTube. Just search Keesh, Keesh. Here's the quote. We are living in a culture entirely hypnotized by the illusion of time in which the so-called present moment is felt as nothing but an infinitesimal hairline between an all-powerful causative past and an absorbingly important future. We have no present. Our consciousness is almost completely preoccupied with memory and expectation. Again, our consciousness is almost completely preoccupied with memory and expectation. So, ladies and gentlemen listening to this, live in the present moment. Don't get worried about the future or the past. Yeah. We're out on Adobe Radio Live. Tune in. You can tune in tomorrow to check out the full episode. Thanks, guys. We out. So, did you hit unrecord or no? We're still recording, right? No, we're good. We'll just keep going. Cool. Just making sure. But see what I mean? We're completely...
I love that quote. Who said that?
I don't know. I just screenshotted it from an Instagram post.
It's so true. Because whenever people are depressed, usually, or anxious, it's because they're thinking about something that already happened or something that's about to happen.
Right.
But if you're thinking about what's happening right now, you're not being pulled in these emotional roller coasters.
Yeah.
You're acting consciously. And it's not necessarily, he talks about this in the book. It's not about, whenever you're trying to better yourself and become a more enlightened individual, you're not searching for something. It's the act of searching. How are you looking? It's not what you are looking for. Whenever you're looking at the world, are you being present? Are you actually looking at this leaf for all that its magical beauty is? I mean, this is a very maybe hippie talk, but like if you truly experience the world for exactly as it is, it's hard not to be mystified by it and amazed by it and wonder by it. But whenever you're constantly thinking about what will be or what will not be or what has been and what shouldn't have been or what should have been, you're away.
You're absolutely correct. And also, it doesn't sound hippie talk when you just realize the reality of it. Logically, it's silly for me to think, oh my God, I'm so worried. I'm going to leave the studio right now. I might get hit by a car. This might happen. This might happen. Dude, that's how you want to live your life? You do that unconsciously with little things all the time. We do. You have to stop yourself. You go, what's happening right now, though? What is happening in this moment? And if there is a problem in this moment, you make steps. You write out steps to fix it.
Yeah.
And 90% of the time, those steps work. And if they don't work, you find help to make those things work. And at the same time, when you can just be like, you know what? 2 weeks ago, we had COVID. I was worried about my health. Now, I'm not worried about my health. And I was walking here to the studio and I was going, you know what? I thank God. And it doesn't matter if you believe in God, the universe, or nothing at all. Just being thankful. You go, man, I was just going, I thank God. Man, I'm thankful for God that I'm able to breathe now without a dry cough like it was worrying me. I'm able to just I was enjoying the sun. Is life perfect for us? For me? No. But I was enjoying its imperfection and counting my blessings. And that's what's life about. Because that's the stuff I choose. I choose to be thankful.
And when you're operating like that, when you're operating consciously, you just do better. You make better decisions. Whereas in a lot of times, a lot of us are acting reactively to
Yes.
situations and not consciously.
Oh, dude, you just pumped me up right now because of a situation. And it's your higher self calling to you. Hey, here's an opportunity for you
Right.
to, at least for a moment, embody your higher self. I know you're not going to all of a sudden be a saint right now,
Right.
but here's a moment where you can
That's
embody.
how it starts. It starts in moments like that until it becomes just a way of being.
Dude, you know what? I am actually full of gratitude right now. You want to know why? I am doing a podcast with my brother. We are having a great conversation that down the line, we're going to look back on and be like, oh my gosh, remember when we were talking all about that stuff? Man, like we might
Exactly.
even go, oh my God, how silly did we sound that stuff? But
Right.
regardless, it might be like, dude, how cool is that we got to share this moment in this lifetime where brothers, where that maybe our kids will see, or maybe people will be like, oh my God, you guys did that like 20 years ago. Look how like young you guys were, or like man, the stuff you guys are talking about then, you're applying it to now. And it's just so fucking magical, man.
It is. And that's an unlimited source of energy, the gratefulness.
Oh, yeah.
Because every day you can come up with 5 new things that you're grateful for. And if you do that, you will just continue getting energy from that.
Yes.
See how pumped up you are right now from that? And yeah.
And I wanted to add on to this. I don't have any hate or anger right now in my heart for anything or anyone.
Right.
And I feel so light.
You feel good.
Oh my gosh. I feel whenever you can, you know what? Thumbs up. Hey, we're all on this ride of life. I totally get where you're coming from. Best
Right.
of luck. Or, hey, I'm appreciative of our friendship, Peyton, and what we do together and how our paths have crossed. You know? Like
Right.
that kind of life, regardless of your religious beliefs, man, what can't we do?
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to leave it on such a high note with you.
Oh, are we done?
Oh, no, we
can
keep
talk-
going.
oh.
Let's keep going.
How about this? This is the last thing I'll bring up.
Yeah.
Sadhguru, he was talking about being present in the moment, how he hears people say this, just be present. Well, his response to that is, how the hell am I going to be anywhere else? I'm not going to be in the future. I'm physically here. I'm physically present. What happens is people choose suffering. Either reactively, unconsciously, or consciously, they'll choose suffering for their brain by thinking in a reactive way, or thinking about the past, or thinking about the future, and not being present. But if you physically tried not to be present, it's impossible. You will always be right here until you die.
Yeah.
So matching that mental with the physical, you know, if you think of it in terms of like biologically matching those up, and an easy way to do it is by getting lost in the forest and taking a walk,
Yeah.
you know, because reflection is good,
Yeah.
but getting stuck in that, you know, cycle is bad.
Absolutely. And
Sorry, I know you wanted to stop talking with me because I'm hard to talk to and blah, blah, blah.
speak up.
Careful.
Careful.
I really enjoy these conversations, man.
Dude, we have
Really
them all
do.
the time whenever we're together.
Most of them are unrecorded.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show, to share with people at least a small percentage of these awesome conversations that I get to have with people.
And
Because they're important.
I hope other people have people that they can talk to about these kinds of things too.
Yeah.
I hope so. And if they don't, then go look up these people that write these books and lead these ways of life, and just watch them and watch the videos they put and soak all that information in.
Right. You know who man, I just feel so I'm on a high right now from this. And there is nothing better in the world, that feeling of sharing that good feeling, this positive feeling, this okay, I'm forgetting the word. I've been talking for such a long time now. You're enthusiastic. It's motivational feeling, you know? And yeah, enjoying the ride. So that's what we all definitely are going to do this 2021. We're going to work hard, work smart, enjoy the ride, be present, be of service, make some bank.
Make some bangers.
What? I hate that you love house music.
I was kind of making. I like G house, like deep G house, and like 90s house. Like I'm getting into that. It's cool. It's fun. It's fun. Expand, broaden.
Wow, we're so different, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, okay. Cut this part out. Anyway, all right, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.
I love you. Again, Keesh Music, Spotify, YouTube. Follow him on Instagram at Keesh Music. Yeah. And if you're listening on the Spotify app or the Adobe app, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube because we're doing some more giveaways. You can watch our beautiful faces. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the comments or write in the comments below if you checked out William's song and if you dig it. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, let me know what you think. Give me feedback.
Yeah. Yeah. And make sure you give him a follow as well. It goes a long way, guys. This is our community. This is Wesam's world. Wesam's warriors are listening right now. I love that. You know what? We're also going to do this at some point once the subscribership goes up. We're going to do a monthly Wesam, like a highlight Wesam's warrior or something like that. Warrior of the month.
That'd be
Somebody
cool.
who did something like above and beyond, not just for the show or because they're supporters of the show, but they accomplished something amazing in their life. Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Boost them up.
Boost them up. All right, guys, always remember to listen, think, and then talk. Bye.